Warning, the following audio transmission is based on theory and is intended for entertainment purposes only. It's Doomsday and its affiliates will not be held liable for anything your dumbass does. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome, everybody, to It's Doomsday podcast. We got Jake coming in here now, guys. It is January 9th, 2023. Time is 6:01 p.m. How you doing, Jake?
I'm here on time. What's up?
Oh, not much, man. How are my audio levels? I can't hear myself very well tonight.
It sounds like your mids and your highs are really muted.
Oh, okay. So what is going on here? Let me pause the music here.
It doesn't sound terrible, but it could sound better.
It could sound better.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. The lows are good. You got the good bass tones.
How's that? Is that any better?
That's way better.
Way better? Okay. Let me go up with my gain just a smidge. How are we sitting now?
I think without that gain, I think you were good.
Okay, so no gain. We'll turn the gain back down.
That sounds really good.
Really good. Okay, all right. Welcome in, everybody that's coming in. See, it's weird. I'm running a different mixer tonight. Usually I can hear myself a little differently. And I really don't have much control over the other audio in here. I'm still learning this new mixer. So we're on the third mixer this year. And it's like a never-ending thing, and it helps when I hear myself in the headphones. And now I don't hear myself as well, so I'm trying to get this all figured out. It's a very interesting thing here, you know.
Jester, the Mixer King.
And I don't even think I have you on like a separate channel coming in now. So it does me like no good, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, moving on. Welcome in everybody that's coming in here. We've got, let's see who's all in here. We've obviously got the lovely Jake. You got myself in there monitoring things. Just a minute too, Cindy. We've got Jelly, Eric, Shelby, Karate Jane, and Miss Melody. Welcome in everybody. For those of you that listen to this show on YouTube, I want to let you guys know we are on the chopping block right now. I had another video reported on YouTube today, and that's never been a thing before. Episodes have gone up, and they've sat there for so long. Now they're coming down. Now people are reporting them. So the only thing I could assume is that there's somebody who's just out there reporting them.
Somebody in internet land hates stuff that people say on the internet?
Yeah.
What?
Go figure. Yeah, go figure, man.
Wow. My mind is blown once again. You'd never cease to stop blowing my mind with these things.
You know, I really try to kind of... I know this is hard for you, Jake, so I try to like get you in there kind of easy into this.
You got to. You know, I'm running around with all the corners nerfed around here. Barely any drywall in my house. I don't know. I don't know. My mind is blown.
I think that you ought to invest in some Nerf stairs as well. Don't forget the Nerf stairs.
All the corners in this house are nerfed.
That's
all
good.
The corners.
Don't get the Nerf corners, the Nerf doors, the Nerf stairs, Nerf steering wheel. Nerf it all up, dude.
The corners on my phone are rounded.
Anyway, so yeah, my opinion is there's got to be somebody out there that's actively reporting all this stuff. And for the life of me, I don't understand why. I know there are some haters of the show. I totally understand that. But, you know, all I got to say for the haters out there who are now reporting to YouTube, hear me very clearly. We don't even get 1% downloads from YouTube. It's not a thing. If the YouTube would disappear tomorrow, I really do not care. It just kind of sucks for the few people over there, and I mean very few people over there who actually go and listen to the show. There's only 100 subscribers on the YouTube channel, and most of them are just subscribers just to support the channel. They listen on other platforms anyway. So, you know, you're not hurting me or us or in any way, shape, or form, really. It's just one less headache if YouTube disappears. So
I can imagine that there would be people canceling people in this day and age.
You know, I sit there and I think, you know, I do these episodes with Al, and I think like he's like this old sweet guy and real soft spoken and doesn't really have any meltdowns. And Al partakes in a lot of my shenanigans in these shows, and now the shows I'm doing with Al are being shut down over there. So I'm like, if you're offended by Al, one of the nicest, sweetest old guys, if he's offending you, you're not going to make it far in this world.
Oh, so many things I want to say, and so many things I'll get us canceled for.
Listen, as far as I know, our episodes aren't coming down anywhere else. They're staying up. And that's like one of the big things here when we talk about the misinformation spreading and disinformation spreading and the extra money that Google and YouTube are putting into fact checkers and censors. Even though they're taking it down on YouTube, it's still going to exist somewhere else on the internet. It's not going to go away.
Well, this is why, you know, social media is going to come to not a screeching halt, but there's going to be a crossroads to come to, and the platforms are going to have to choose one or the other direction. And the one way people get to say mostly what they want, and the other way that people get to say nothing of what they want. And what it's going to come down to, honestly, is advertising dollars. And whoever sells out is probably going to end up losing out in the long run.
You know, that does make sense to me. I think for specifically YouTube and Google, it almost seems kind of counterproductive to an extent, because you're allowing people to put all kinds of propaganda on the internet, on Google, on YouTube, where you could find all these things, but you're selectively saying what you want to exist or not, right? Yeah. And it's not even so much if it goes against community guidelines or it doesn't. It's just whoever's checking it that day, right?
Independent fact checkers are consistent across the board 100% of the time. What are you talking about?
One guy's got to get it wrong every once in a while.
No, they are a well-oiled machine full of fact-checking opinions.
Man, how do you become that good at that to where you can get that job?
Well, you clearly have vast amounts of knowledge and information at the tip of your fingers in a click of a mouse. And what you do is you say, I don't know anything about this stuff. Click, click, clackety-clack. Wikipedia tells me this. Google search, the first 3 headings tell me this. It must be false.
Well, I'll tell you what. So the 2 episodes that got taken down recently, both mentioned the good old jabby jab. Yeah. So I will say this, and this goes out to our YouTube fact checker and every other fact checker that's out there on the internet. Mm-hmm. You know, it's actively the things we've been preaching about for the last year or two in regards to the jabby jab are now all coming to light. And even the people that you held at such a high standard, being the CDC and the WHO, are now letting this stuff slowly come out day after day about this adverse side effect or this adverse reaction or this percentage of deaths due to it. So I don't know who you're protecting at that point. So I sent YouTube an email and I says, you really ought to update your terms and conditions on these policies, because the people that said, you know, the people that you're defending saying everything is safe and fine, they're now reporting on that it's not safe and fine. So it's time for you to update your policy, but they won't. Hey preppers, do you want 10% off survival food? Go to www.readywise.com and use code DOOM10 at checkout for 10% off all your survival food needs. Again, that's code DOOM10 at checkout at readywise.com, DOOM10 for 10% off at readywise.com. I mean, I am absolutely no. Eric says I did mention posting archived content on yours on Rumble. YouTube is going to remove it where you get mass reported. Yes, gotcha, Eric. Haven't done anything with Rumble yet. Maybe that's something I need to do. I mean, like, let's be honest here. For as many places this show's at online, I mean, we're in a lot of different corners of the internet on a lot of different podcast hosting services. It's not coming down everywhere. It's still going to be there. People are still going to get the message. You could still share this from, Spotify, Castbox, all this stuff. What Spotify does, though, if you go back through our shows, they do put COVID-19 information warnings on the show.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Jake, you and I and Al, we are not getting the facts out there correctly, man. It is not a thing.
What are we missing here?
I don't know. Maybe we're not on Wikipedia enough. Maybe we got to watch more mainstream media so we can get the full media picture here. Maybe that's what it is.
Maybe I was detracted a little bit from watching everybody drop down dead.
Nah, dude, nobody died. What are you talking about?
Died suddenly. What? No, it's the strenuous activity of being in constant motion in athletics that causes the strain on the heart clearly.
Clearly.
Couldn't have anything to do with anything else. Not at all.
No, absolutely not. There's no way that's possible.
No, anything else is misinfo. You guys are wrong.
Yep. Anyway, for those of you guys that are out there listening, and for those of you that are in the live tonight, if you guys didn't catch a new monthly show I'm doing with Ba, so Ba Ramu of the Ba Ramu podcast and I decided to get together and do a 1 month little project where we do a 45-minute recorded show and get it up the first Saturday of every month, just to kind of cross the bridge between the United States and the UK. So he could let us know what's going on over there, and we could let him know what's going on over here, because we have determined that the media is not doing a good enough job at global news. And the thing is, and this is something that I'm really hoping happens with social media. I'm really hoping it becomes more of a boots on the ground type thing. And people are just going to come to the conclusion where, hey, I don't need to watch the news to see what's happening out in Los Angeles, because there's 80 people out there live streaming it from their phones, and I could see exactly what's happening in real time. Right? I would love it if that was a thing, to where if I could just get on the internet, go to like a place like TikTok or Clapper or YouTube or somewhere and type in downtown LA, and all these people are streaming some crazy event that's going on down there, to where I don't have to get the media coverage of it later after it's been manipulated and they've thrown their propaganda into it. Right?
This sounds like a heaven on earth that doesn't exist anywhere.
I know. It's sad.
This is crazy conspiracy theory talk.
Oh, it absolutely is. But I got to tell you what, so given the censorship we're seeing on the YouTube and the TikTok and things like this, it's clear what direction this is going in, and that's not what they want. If it's something they can't manipulate, it's done, it's gone. They don't want it up. It's not a thing, and they're not going to allow it. Which is why I'm enjoying the Clapper so much. I got to see Jake in the Clapper earlier. He popped in. They do a radio live over there every Monday. If you guys are new to the Clapper and you're trying to figure stuff out, they have a new user help radio every Monday. And you could raise your hand in the chat, and the creators will actually let you call in, and you could talk to them, and you could ask them different questions about the app, give suggestions. If you're fuzzy about something as far as the functionality goes, you could absolutely do that. I do really wish that they would do a late night radio live, because I know there's a lot of people in different time zones that are utilizing the app that are not awake while they're doing this. So it would be kind of cool if they did one like really late night for, maybe like European users or someone like this,
Everybody should get the Clap, though. I recommend you getting the Clap and sharing the Clap with your friends. and giving everybody the clap, and then we all got it.
It's really nice, first off, to be on a platform that's totally uncensored. And I don't want to say totally uncensored, that it's not completely uncensored, because it is censored. You can report people's lives. If there's excessive amounts of nudity, things like this, like those videos will come down. But I mean, for the most part, it is a really good free speech platform where you can post stuff. You don't have to worry about it being taken down. You don't have to worry about catching bans. I mean, guys, there is a limit. This is not a free card to just go be a total asshole. Right.
Well, just like anything else, people will abuse the system. As long as they have those free limits, they'll take it a step further.
Exactly, and that's what we've seen so far. On a lot of these platforms, is you've got these people, they're hiding behind keyboards. They feel that they can do and get away with whatever they want because there's no immediate consequence. And we watch this brutal attack of others on these platforms. I'll tell you what, the amount of hate and horrible comments and things I see that float around on the internet, I gotta honestly say, I don't see a shit ton of that on Clapper.
One time I shared information that was released from the government, and I shared that information, and it made somebody so mad that they made a video about it, and they said that I was wrong. And two of that person's friends messaged me directly, and one of them said that they were going to cut my head off and give it to my children, and then the other one said that they were going to come find me and seek a certain amount of justice upon me, and they never did, but over a social media video. Can you believe that?
No, I think that's a little too outlandish, Jake. You're pulling my leg, man.
I'm not. It really
the amount of effort that would take somebody to do. Come on.
People don't want to work anymore. You're right.
Anyway, guys, another update on something I do want to let everybody know, too. If you haven't heard yet, if you're out there listening online and you were curious about this, prep stock tickets are now up and available for sale for this coming October's event. If you're not sure when about the dates, if you can get the time off work, things like that, it is going to be over Columbus Day weekend in October. And tickets are up right now. The first 30 that gets sold will be at a discounted rate. So if you want to get tickets a little bit cheaper, grab them now. You can go to prepstock.ticketleap.com, and you could purchase your tickets there.
Prepstock.ticketleap?
Ticketleap.com. Prepstock.ticketleap.com.
That's hard to say, dude.
I know. Well, it was the best thing available at the time. I mean, what do you want?
I mean, it makes sense. It's just hard to say, but I'm going for the meatballs, and I'm going for these crab rangoons. I'll be there.
The freaking I just made my last batch of rangoons from Ozark, and I'm a little upset that they're gone. I got a couple of them sitting in the fridge right now that have been fried up that are going to end up in the air fryer tonight when I get home, because what I found out is if they've been fried, you can refrigerate them and you can reheat them in the air fryer, and they are almost just as good.
Not quite as good as freshly made, but still,
no,
legitimately the best ones I've ever had in my life.
I know. I've been sitting on them in the freezer, and I finally got to make the rest of them, and I'm just kind of like, well, shit. Now what am I going to do? Because I'm not going to have them now till October. But it's okay. We'll live.
Well, I haven't had any since last prep stock.
You poor man.
I know. And I tell him all the time, I'm like, dude, these are the best crab rangoons I've ever had. And he just doesn't, not even a smile. He just says, yeah, thanks, man. Like, not even like that's the coolest thing ever to hear. So either one of the things, it's one of the two. Either he hears that all the time, or he just flat out doesn't believe me. And I think he probably hears it all the time, because they are freaking delicious.
Yeah, he would have to hear it all the time, I would think.
He would have to.
Okay, so just real quick to wrap up the social media thing. Those of you guys out there that are listening to this online, downloaded, whatever platform it's on, probably not YouTube. Guys, we've been absolutely sleeping on the Clapper, so just get on it, start using it, and start interacting with people, and you'll find out that this is a really great community of people to be on. I mean, even the creators of the platform give a shit about their users. So much so where those girls are saints, man, that run that. I mean, I hear the people that call in for the questions, and like I'm driving down the road, banging my head off the window, listening to these people talk, and they're just like so sweet and so nice and so calm and understanding. And I'm like, and I'm the whole time sitting there, just hang up on them, hang up on them, hang up on them, hang up. I'm like, no, they can't. That's not professional, Jester. They can't do that.
They're super nice and phenomenally more patient than I am.
Oh yeah, they are 100% more patient than I am. All right. So, all right, to finally tear into this, because we're 20 minutes in now and we've just been kind of rattling off some stuff here. Jake, you wanted to bring up this gentleman. Go back here and find his name. I had it pulled up here and then I got lost in other things. Andrew Dawson.
Andrew Dawson. Yes. What would you like to know, sir?
Well, a lot. You gave me a brief description of the gentleman, and that description ended with, he might be dead.
Possibly, but I don't think so. And I'll explain why. So, Andrew Dawson is a TikTok creator, and it seems that many people are concerned about him because he's allegedly disappeared, at least from the app itself. He went by the handle Andy Capt, K-A-P-T, and he went viral on April 9th. He shared a clip of what looked like a giant walking on a mountaintop. Some of you may have seen it or may have not seen it. If you haven't seen it, you can just type in Andrew Dawson, or you can type in his username in TikTok, and you'll find it really quick. He was driving a car down the highway, a really obscure video saying, hey, there's a really tall person on top of this mountain. And the person with him said, no, dude, that's not a person. And he said, yes, it is. And there was some argument about that. Regardless, it went viral. But he thinks it's a giant. But it's, like I said, the video is really, really shaky and it's really far away. So, I mean, really, it could be anything. So we don't really know for sure, but it went viral, got like 4 million views. And over the next few days, he tried to go back to the same spot and record it, but allegedly it wasn't there anymore. And he said he spoke to locals that said the thing comes and goes. But he tried to go back and film it again, and on April 12th, he made an update video saying that he was allegedly stopped by a CIA agent, which I'm not really sure how you would know that from an obscure dark-colored car at nighttime, and it looked to be like a Chrysler 300 that just speeds off. But apparently they said he was trespassing, and they blocked that road, even though it's a public road.
Wait, he stated CIA agent?
Yes.
Why would... Okay, to me that doesn't sound like something that the CIA would be investigating anyway.
It doesn't. It'd be more of an FBI thing anyway.
Right, or potentially, and I just say potentially because it's internet related, maybe the NSA?
Maybe, but
maybe
it may fall in the hands of FBI, considering CIA is more cyber intelligence stuff. FBI.
Well, he was putting it on the internet.
He was, but it's still, even though it's on the internet, it would require boots on the ground, going to the site and doing all that. So I imagine it probably would fall less on, CIA would pass it over to FBI, but we know those guys never talk to each other. They've been feuding internally since the 40s.
Nah, because that's not what happened at, Ruby Ridge or Waco.
Yeah.
Anyway,
but,
I'm sorry, continue.
No, you're fine, man. You're fine. On April 16th, he shared another video, like I said, of that vehicle, and he said it was the CIA watching him. He didn't share any posts until May, almost a month later, but he shared an update and told his people he got busy with life. But to directly quote him, he said, "Sorry to disappoint you guys, but all of the videos that I posted were scripted or just fake. They were scripted for entertainment," unquote. But that's not the thing that really caught the eye and ear of everyone. Like 10 days later, he made another short clip in a dark room with a caption that said, quote, "I am scared," unquote. He contradicted that statement that I previously quoted, saying his videos were not fake and his people might not see him post ever again. And on May 17th, apparently he claimed that that structure hadn't been there the day prior. Also, you can see there's a lot of back and forth and a lot of just mixed information. He hasn't shared any updates or any other videos on his account. So everybody started to kind of wonder what happened to him. None of the videos that he even created have been, verified as true or false. But that's not going to stop people. But there was news on July 1st, 2022, that an obituary did surface, not saying whether it's true or false or any of that, saying that he passed away in the paper called the Campbell River Mirror. But a lot of people still think that it's an elaborate prank, and they think the death thing was just a coincidence. And that's all the information that we have.
Huh.
Other than that, it's been completely silent.
Yeah, because I'm trying to pull up stories on this guy, and some of these news sources, man, I don't believe half these guys anyway, but a lot of people are saying that he is dead. He is no longer alive, and there's no known reason behind his death.
He very well may be. It could be anything. You can die from literally anything. But I'm of the contention that it's not. I think he did these things for views, and to garner the attention. As many people do. It's not the first time we've seen somebody just create some stuff and say whatever just to get the views and the attention and get the ball rolling.
Right. No, absolutely. And I just caught Safe Prep's comment here. Taking notes seems like an awesome way to exit social media. That's how I want to
make a video about yourself, talking about yourself, and saying Safe Prep's not going to be on TikTok anymore because he's dead. And that's your own video that you make. See what people say.
I mean, the day and age we live in, man, people would just be they'd believe it. I mean, I wouldn't put it past them to absolutely believe it. To move on a little bit from this though, guys, you know me, I'm a conspiracy nut, and that I definitely think that somebody's out to get everybody. I definitely think there are people lurking in the shadows to go after certain people that either put a certain message online or maybe expose some truth that they shouldn't have exposed. It's a real thing, in my opinion. Yes, and I want you guys to seriously think about something, though, and think about this. Some of these people out there that are exposing some of these things are nothing more than paid actors, okay? Because it's almost a business in its sense, and it fuels things and it keeps things going, all right? Mm-hmm. And I mean, you have to look at some of these very bizarre figures that are out there that are exposing one side or the other, or digging deep into things and creating more controversy and more problems for the government. I mean, two names that come to mind specifically are Alex Jones and Michael Moore. And they're both, running around kicking. And, no one's taking them out. And I mean, and now you've got, which somebody I didn't know about until recently was, this Stu Peters guy, who is actively working on exposing everything and everybody, and people absolutely love him. And I can't stand him.
I don't like him either.
I don't really the main reason I didn't like him from the get-go. I didn't like him from after the Watch the Waters documentary, and because I saw so much bullshit in that, and he put this Dr. Artis up on a pedestal, And it was so easy to just go through and fact check a couple of things that he was saying, and just to break this all, just to bust this all up. And he didn't care. He did it for the views. He did it for the ratings. He did it for the downloads. He doesn't give a shit about exposing the truth
on your own time and use your own discernment and powers of research.
Yeah.
Who does that?
Anybody that has access to Wikipedia, because it's the smartest website alive.
Basically anybody can write anything about anybody on there. You're getting the best up-to-date information possible.
Right. And those individuals, I mean, they are highly trusted, man. I highly trust those Wikipedia people.
I do too.
So
this is, I totally agree with you though, man. How do I want to word this? I had a really hard time talking to people, 10 years ago or so, when I was doing, commercials and TV and stuff, trying to explain to friends of mine who get excited. They're like, oh, I saw your commercial, or I saw this or saw that. And we have conversations about, what's so-and-so like, or what's this like, or what's it like? And I'm like, man, I was like, here's what I need you to do. I need you to legitimately listen to me and hear me out. And they're like, okay, because you don't expect that sort of conversation in the moment there. And I said, you have to understand that these people are paid to do a job. They are actors, and if the money is right, they will do whatever they are paid to do. Whether they agree with it or not doesn't matter, because they are an actor. And 99% of the stuff that you see on TV is acting. Most of the stuff that you watch on TV is not even real. And some people legitimately, no matter how hard you explain that, no matter how hard you try and put it into simplistic terms, it just doesn't click. And they're trying to wrap their mind around what you just said. And it's either a complete turnoff, or they're very interested in hearing what you have to say. And the way that I explain it further is that, okay, look at reality television. Let's look at the Kardashians. I said, do you really think that those people are actually exactly like that in real life? Do you think that that's how they conduct their lives, being billionaires and extremely successful entrepreneurs? Do you think they conduct their lives on such a mediocre personality level? And then it kind of starts to click. And what I say is no. I was like, yes, they are really there. They are really doing a TV show, for sure, 100% true. But all of the content inside the show, 99% of that is made up. It doesn't exist. It's not a real thing. It's probably not even the real insides of their house. It's probably somebody else's house, because they don't want people knowing where they live, or it's just a rented out property. But it's probably not theirs. And if it is, great. If not, it doesn't matter. But none of what you see on TV is who they are. And every show on television is exactly that. It is not real. It is fake.
See, I thought everything on TV was true, including the news.
I know. Your mind is blown, right?
Yeah, I mean, Jake, you just keep dropping these bombshells on me. I don't know how much more I can handle this.
Do I need to slow down? Like, do I need to stop? Are you okay?
I might need a breath. I think I'm going to manage. I think I'm going to be okay.
Okay. All right. Well, if you're not okay, tell me. I don't want to, a lot of people are sensitive in 2023, my friend. We got to watch these things. I don't want to get canceled.
We'll be canceled one way or the other.
Jelly says, what about her porn tape? Was that made up? I'm not sure. Kind of seemed real. So this is where people get confused. And I know you're totally joking. And yeah, that's honestly a really fantastic example. Believe it or not. And I know you're over there snickering, and I totally expect that. Totally fine. Laugh away. It's hilarious. I agree. But even though they really did the deed, putting that out and making a scene like she didn't want the video put out is totally made up. She absolutely wanted the video put out. She made it seem like she didn't want to, because that emotional tie to not wanting to be quote unquote exposed is what sold that video the most. Is that her entire agency. I will look up the documents if you wish, but her mom orchestrated that entire thing. Her mom knows all about the video and orchestrated some of that event to happen and pushed the tape out and put it out, and that's what made her career.
And I thought, because and there's a thing that I don't think a lot of people know about, and there's a lot of waivers and stuff have to be signed for those kind of things.
Absolutely. And there are the documents that are there, signed with her mom's name on it, with Kim's name on it, even though Kim was portraying a personality type that didn't want the video to go out, and she said, no, this is blah, 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 yada, yada, I don't want to be exposed, this is a personal video, it's terrible. It was all an act. She knew exactly what she was doing, and it rocket launched her career into outer space. And then you have Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and then what happens is she was the top of this little pyramid, so to speak, and everybody underneath her was the rest of her family.
Hey preppers, do you want 10% off survival food? Go to www.readywise.com and use code DOOM10 at checkout for 10% off all your survival food needs. Again, that's code DOOM10 at checkout at readywise.com, DOOM10 for 10% off at readywise.com. Never much cared for that show anyway, by the way.
You shouldn't. It's not a real thing. It's entertainment purposes only. It's not a real thing.
I never even found it entertaining.
Those people that are... I never did either. But even though the Kardashians themselves, those are real human beings, the characters that are portrayed in the show are made up. Those personalities that are shown are not them. Same with every other show. And that's the only... they call it reality TV because it seems realistic, because those are real people who seem to be caught in the moment, but all of those moments are scripted. Even if they hit each other or even if they scream at each other, they do not treat each other like that in real life.
So, I mean, it goes, it's the same thing within government too. And I've tried to explain this on numerous occasions of what's going on, and it's the same thing, guys. I know, being that we're coming up on a new election cycle, new season, and everybody's like, wanting Trump back and this, that. Dude, I got to tell you, Jake, the more and more I look into everything that has happened and gone on and things I've seen on the news, I am like almost convinced he's just a plant. I mean, like legit, like somebody went to him and said, Mr. Trump, we want to hire you for a job. And he said, okay, what job's that? And they said, President of the United States. And he said, well, why would I want to do that? Well, this is what it pays. Here's why. And this is what it's going to be. A lot of people are going to hate you. But you're going to get paid really well for this because we need this shakeup within the American people so we can get shit done behind closed doors. And he might have said, it's a good deal. I'll take it.
Little known fact, a friend of mine is actually close to that man. And I can verify from that friend of mine whom I've known for several years that he is nothing like that.
In what way?
He's actually a very calm individual, not very confrontational. He is incredibly smart, and he's good at business because that's what he does for his life. Of course he's going to be good at it. He's a professional. But he's not as vivacious and, what's the word I want to use? I don't want to say confrontational, but I guess debative as he seems to be when the cameras are on.
Right, that would make sense.
He upsells it for TV, and if he's smart, he will, because he's an entrepreneur, of course.
So, I mean, like that's, I mean, again, I have to go back and I have to say that I'm just waiting for that new piece of evidence that just suggests that, like, yeah, he's a plant. and this was just a scam on the American people to make us think we got to win at some point.
No, he's going to get arrested again for the 500th time.
Well, yeah, I saw something about that being sparked up too. That something about they were talking about issuing a warrant for his arrest, or they were trying to speed up a process to get him arrested.
Yeah, same as the Clintons.
Yeah, well, that never happened either.
What?
You know, I mean, it's all theater, man, and we all just kind of fall into this, and we all buy into the bullshit, and it's absolutely horrible. So, you know, just to go into this a little bit more, you know, into the further conspiracy, something that came out today that I wanted you guys to know about, and again, we're getting stuff that's coming out about the vaccine and social media left and right, but this came out today on the Epic Times. A Pfizer board member who used to head the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, FDA, lobbied Twitter to take action against a post accurately pointing out that natural immunity is superior to COVID-19 vaccination. And so, I mean, so there you go. More and more little stuff is like this is leaking out more and more and more to where, you know, this vaccine was never necessary in the first place. But that is something I wanted to put out there for you guys tonight on the show, was that more of this is going to continuously come to light. And that story came out about an hour ago. So just so you know, more of these things are going to continuously come out. And I think as they come out, it's going to create more of an uproar in the American people. And then they're going to need something big to make this all die down again. And that something big could be this new election that's coming up, right?
The next election is going to cause a lot of issues. You're going to see that 50-50 divide between sides.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, let's be honest, Jester. I mean, is this anything new that I haven't been saying for like the last 2 and 3 years? I mean,
No.
You know, we've had a lot of conversations, and I say these things over and over and over again, hoping that more and more people see it as it goes and as it develops. And then when the things do happen, we still get just as upset. And I mean, I don't know all and see all or anything like that. You know, it's not that. It's just that I practice that discernment, and I look at the patterns, and I say this will more than likely happen. And when it does, and people are upset, I'm still sitting back and I'm saying, why are you surprised? I'm very confused by that. And I know no matter what we say, not everybody's going to hear that message or whatever message it is. And I know no matter what we say and do, you know, whether you want to call it waking up or anything like that, some people are just meant to not wake up. And it's just who some people are. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's also not a good thing either, if that makes sense.
No, it does. I would see, for me, I would prefer people to be waking up. That's what I would prefer. I want people to understand that that we are being spoon-fed bullshit, and nothing can really be believed anymore. And it's to the point where, I mean, I would prefer it if people didn't even believe me or trust me. Go out and fact check me as well. It would make me happy because I would know that somebody's listening at some point.
Yeah, that'd be great. And I don't enjoy being, correct about some of the things. I'm not right about everything. I don't expect to be right about anything. I just, like I said, I look at the patterns and I make justifiable decisions based on the information that's presented to me. And I usually get pretty close. But again, sometimes I'm wrong. But a really perplexing thing that comes out of it is that no matter what you're going to do, somebody is going to be excited about what you do, and somebody is going to be really pissed off by what you do. You could be a perfect person, take it in the religious context, whether you're religious or not. Jesus lived a perfect life, and they killed him because he pissed a lot of people off. What could you expect to come in your own life? You can expect much of the same. You're going to get crucified too. So my suggestion to all of you who do look and research and do information and do all these things is to continue to do what you love. Try to get as truthful and accurate as you possibly can. Don't expect yourself to get it perfect every time, and totally expect somebody to harass you. But we have this issue kind of transitioning through social media where we always had this problem with with fact checkers, with government, with big tech, with big pharma, all of these things censoring information, not giving the full picture of things, skewing one side of the perspective. But now with the influx of social media and quote unquote influencers, those same people who were doing those things have now passed that torch to those quote unquote influencers and blue checkmark people. So now they don't even have to do that work to cause all the confrontation, because we're doing it by our own doing, all on our own, and basically for free. And that is perplexing to me.
Yeah. Oh, FYI, they denied my verification on Clapper. I forgot to tell you that.
Why?
I don't know. I think it gave me a kickback message saying that I did something incorrectly, but I'm not sure what. And it says something to the effect of, I will read this to you. It says, creator verification denied. Reapplication will be available in 7 days. You have 1 day left to apply. Reason for reject. Please consider changing the other verification field. I don't know what that even means, because it's just so blah. Please consider changing the other verification field. No idea what that means.
Do you have to pick a category in which you get verified under?
Yeah, and I think I verified it under content creator. I think.
Maybe that's where they're having a hang up. I don't know. Clapper's a little wonky, man. They've only been out since 2020, so they're going to get a lot of the stuff wrong, I'm sure. Have you tried messaging anyone?
No, not yet. I figure tomorrow I'll be able to apply again. So I'll go ahead and do that again, because I am most definitely looking to get this Clapper verification now. I think it would be really good.
This is an emergency action message. At approximately 1 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, NORA is tracking 15 ICBM nuclear missiles inbound to the following cities: Orlando, Miami, Pittsburgh, Dover, Newark, Richland, Philadelphia, New York City, Baltimore, Los Angeles, Las Vegas, Boston, Seattle, Detroit. This is an extremely deadly situation. Stay tuned. The next emergency message will be a presidential address.